Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Chris with the C. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today. Guys, on the table, I've got some parts to show you. So I want to say a big, massive shout out to Arthur and the gang at Vitavon for basically sending us some parts over for the Traxxas Sledge. Now, as I promised you guys, I'm going to run 10 packs through the car before we even start adding upgrades to the car. I'm on 7 packs now. The Welsh weather is absolutely horrendous here at the moment, and so I wanted to give you a little bit of a show and tell, a little look into what they've actually sent over and why I've picked those parts in particular, because in all fairness they did give me the option which parts I wanted to look at, and I've basically picked out a few little upgrades, well, they're not even little, but a few upgrades for the Traxxas Sledge that I think is actually going to make a bit of a difference here. Now, I don't have a problem with the Sledge, let's get this clear. I have had a good experience so far with the car. The car's held up. I've had maybe one little breakage with a screw. That was obviously where the bottom of the chassis, where the skids plates are. What's happened is obviously it's gone over a stone, caught the screw and basically chopped the head of the screw off. So I had to go dig into the car and basically replace that screw. Other than that, it has been golden, this. I've managed to kill a pinion gear, and oddly enough, that was an Arrma pinion gear, so go figure. And yeah, as you can see, on the table, we've got a few little select upgrades. So what I'm going to do now is obviously, I'll put the camera, a different camera on. I'll show you up close the parts we're changing, why I'm changing them, and why I think they're going to be good for the car. I hope you're enjoying all the videos, guys. Like I say, I am kind of stuck with the Welsh weather at the moment. I do want to get out and run the vehicles more. I'm hoping tomorrow things might be a little bit different. But yeah, happy bank holidays to everyone in the UK. And in the meantime, guys, let's go dive down and have a look. Come on then. Guys, so as you can see, Traxxas Sledge is by there. I'm really enjoying using this truck. Honestly, one of the best driving experiences I've had in a long time. And the truck is completely stock. And like I say, I don't essentially recommend you replace all the parts I'm going to do. But if you do like upgrading like I do on a regular basis and going through your truck, giving it a little bit of extra strength, durability, and making things your own, this is ideal. Vitavon sort of and myself have done a few videos together, and I got talking to Arthur and he said, what would you actually like to look at on the channel? And as you can see, guys, I've got a little selection here of parts that I think are going to be a good addition to the Sledge. Now, let's just quickly go over something. A couple of issues the Sledge does have. Now, I haven't had it yet. Like I say, I'm not in any shape or form endorsing you need to replace these until you need to. But, which is unlike me, guys. But what I will say is, firstly, one of the upgrades we mentioned I've already done. So it is the hardened spur gear. That's quite normal with Traxxas. Many different Traxxas owners will have the same issue and they go for the upgraded gears, so that's a good idea. One of the things that keeps cropping up when I look through the forums are the towers, all right? And now the reason why this happens, they are made out of the same material as the chassis, which is 6061, all right? And it's not actually hardened metal. So I spoke to Arthur and the guys at Vitavon, and what they've actually sent over for me, and oh, by the way, the reason why you'll notice that the tower is bent, by the way, guys, because it obviously uses a clipless body system, you'll have issues putting the car, sort of putting the body back on the car. So if you look, guys, they sent me over the 7075 chassis, shock towers. These are T6 aluminium or aluminum, up to you, whichever way you want to pronounce it. There was someone on the channel recently that corrected me. Thanks for that, I appreciate it. As you know, here in the UK, we have a different way of pronouncing things to you guys in the States, but yeah, we call it aluminium, you call it aluminum. It's the same thing. You spell it one way, we spell it another, or pronounce it a different way. But anyway, so these guys are going to be a hell of a lot stronger than the stock towers. The stock towers on the car, as you can see, very nice looking, anodized. I don't particularly have an issue with them at all. But what I will say is, unfortunately, they are known for bending. Now, under hard bashing, you know, obviously you don't want that happening. Think it could be a bit of a problem, especially when you can't get your body back on the car. You know, so Vitavon have made these. They are an upgrade. As you can see, there's the front tower, and then this one is the rear. So there's that. The other thing I'm replacing, guys, I don't know if you can see down in there, is the inserts on the... let's have a look. The inserts on the arms, okay? So the arms have these kind of inserts going on. Let me see if I can turn the light up for you. But I don't want to blow your screens out. There you go. So as you can see, there's a couple of screws in there. And what that actually does is gives the arms a little bit more strength. They're composite, they are on the arms, and I don't see many people complaining about them. But what Vitavon have actually done here is made carbon fibre inserts for the arms. Again, really high quality. Rear carbon fibre suspension arm cover. So they've actually given me the rear ones. I believe there's just rear they've sent me. Or was that front and rear? It looks like front and rear to me, to be honest. They've actually labelled it just rear, mine. So I will check that over, because I don't think you put them on the bottom of these arms either. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't think so. The other thing, guys, a lot of people will complain, quite a big one this is, about the chassis. The chassis, by all accounts, again, I haven't had an issue myself, apparently bends. So let's just turn the car upside down. So as you can see, my chassis has been well used already. And a lot of people will replace it, because what happens is where the motor is forward facing, it puts pressure on the actual chassis itself. And then obviously when that motor comes down, the chassis ends up bending. So look at this, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Full 7075 chassis. And again, I wanted that obviously to give the car plenty of strength. But I love how Vitavon, with their chassis, what they've done, if you could see there, guys, they've added the curvature just like it is on the real chassis. Everything's identical to the stock chassis. As you can see, on the stock chassis, you've still got that curvature there. And everything's moulded in really nicely. I like the fact that Vitavon have actually done that. Really, really nice. No issues there. So I'm going to be swapping, doing a full chassis swap. Now, one other thing. Now, I was having an R-in on what to go for next. I mean, obviously, they give me an option of several different things. They said about the hubs. Decided not to go for the hubs. Drive shafts, again, didn't want those. The spline system, as you know, not a massive fan of the spline system on the hubs, on the Creighton, so I've decided to stay away from them for the moment. What I did want, though, was the upgraded gearing. Now, as I mentioned, I have actually upgraded the spur gear there. So what I've gone for the front and rear, I've gone for these upgraded spiral cut gears. Now, spiral cut hiccups. Spiral cut gears. What is the benefit? Okay, so if you can think about the way the sort of each gear meshes into each other, the idea is with spiral cut is you get more of the tooth meeting the let's say the pinion. So what happens is they mesh between each other, and when they curved, obviously what happens is each tooth has got more of a surface area to actually kind of grip hold of and have less issue. These are hardened gears as well, so that's a good thing. Again, unfortunately, Traxxas thought it was a great idea to install like a pot metal gearing. Again, though, I will say, guys, I've not had a problem with it yet. All right. In fact, the hardened spur gear I replaced, that hasn't broken on me. I ordered it when I ordered the car, decided to do the upgrade. But I'm going to put these in the front and the rear. And with all the upgrades that I've added here, I think, to be honest with you, this should make out a pretty damn tough car. Again, by the way, I have added a fan to the motor now. The plan is here, all I'm doing, I'm not like the last car and just keep upgrading each part willy-nilly. What I want to do is go through, I haven't upgraded the SE, I haven't upgraded the motor, I've not upgraded the servo, I've not taken away many other parts. What I've done here is just pick a selection of parts that I feel will make the vehicle tougher and more durable, even further than what the stock car is. I've been enjoying the stock car. For my case use, this is holding up really, really well, and I'm having a great time driving it. I've had a few people make some suggestions on upgrades and a few things for the truck. Again, I've not had a problem. I mean, I can only talk by experience. I want to be as open and as honest as I can with you guys. If I find an issue, I promise you, I will definitely let you know about it. And that's just the way I am. I'd rather tell you the truth rather than make it up just to receive goodies. As you know, I wasn't a fan of the spline system that I had from Vitavon with the outdrives. I did inform them, I let them know, and they were, they give me a reply back. Will things change? We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. But yeah, I found that the spline system on the hubs wasn't really for me. But the selection of parts that I've actually chosen here, I do feel that the quality is going to be a lot better than what the stock parts are, number one. Number two, we've gone up a grade in metal. We've gone from 6061 to 7075, let's say on the chassis, on the towers. We've gone to hardened gears and also spiral cut gears for the diffs. I'm happy with the fluids, 20 million and then 50 and 50 in the front and rear. I am planning on using my radial link handset as well at some point. Although I will say the TQI system and TSM, again, I'm having a great time with that. No issues at all. And in fact, this is probably the longest I've used a stock handset out of all the trucks. So I'm not trying to make excuses for why I'm doing something. I'm trying to tell you my experience and why I'm doing what I'm doing. It was a good opportunity for me working with Vitavon. They've been great with me, Arthur and the gang. They do make some absolutely quality parts. I have had a little issue, obviously, with the outdrives on my Creighton. I've spoken to them about it. So all I can do is give my feedback. And I'm also giving you my feedback on the truck. I'm not here to kind of teach your grandmother to suck eggs. I'm having a great time with this. So far, it's been absolutely brilliant. I really, really like it. And, it's about time I thought I showed you. So, this isn't an install video today, guys. All right, I thought I'd just give you a bit of show and tell you why I'm doing things. And fingers crossed, we'll have a bit of fun. I am waiting on some other parts as well. I'll show you that in another video. And we're also waiting some new tyres as well from Method. Method sending me over some belted tyres. Other than the parts here and the one other part that being sent by M2C and possibly the belted tyres, the rest leave. If you're going to sort of ground bash it the way I do, you might not even want to do any of this. Although I will say it's probably a good idea to keep an open mind to upgrading your gearing. All right, that is definitely something that pops up on a regular basis. As I mentioned about the shock towers. Chassis, some people are going to have that issue, some people are not. So, again, totally up to you. But trying to be open and honest with you, I want to keep that kind of trust going on, especially on the channel. If I find things that are wrong, I'm going to let you know, guys. And in the meantime, we'll go along with the ride. The whole point of these videos is documenting my journey through the hobby and feeding back what I find. Right, let's go back up top. I hope you enjoyed the bit of show and tell. Again, I really like this truck. I'm open to do plenty more with it and also keep it in my fleet. I've got no intentions of getting rid of this one. It's my first Traxxas and I genuinely like it. I don't want to call myself a fanboy because I'm not, but it could be the start of me actually feeling that actually I quite like this brand and I want to keep hold of it. So yeah, make your mind up obviously on that. Let's go up top. Guys, so welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed a little bit of a show and tell. Now you'll get an idea on where I'm going with things with the Sledge. Again, I really like the truck. I don't necessarily endorse you needing to upgrade everything on this one. It all depends on your case use and how you're going to use it. If you're someone who's going to be sending a 20-30 foot in the air, maybe obviously this could be an essential upgrade for you. For someone with my case use, I am going to say to you, mind, it's quite possible that you don't need to do some upgrades. Although it's always good if you plan on looking after the car and keeping it longer. I definitely think that the Sledge deserves it. It's one of those cars that I've got a bit of a soft spot for already. I will tell you if something is bad, and I'm not going to pull any punches. Now, what I mean by bad is bad for me, or my experience with something. I'm not saying that everyone's going to have that same thing. What I am trying to tell you is my use case, how I've driven the car, it wasn't good enough up to my standards. So, again, no problems with it. But Vitavon being Vitavon, there's some absolutely lovely parts they make, and I wanted to try and showcase you guys and give you the reasons why I think it's a good upgrade and why I think it is possibly something you might want to look at. Massive shout out to the guys at Vitavon. A massive shout out to each and everyone who's watching all the videos. I really do appreciate it, guys. All the likes, shares and subscribes, and all the support as well that I'm given from yourself and also people like Vitavon and you know, many other companies. Make sure you check the box for more videos. Till next time, guys, stay awesome. I'll catch you later.